Right then, I was just down at this shrine just down the road, and it was getting a bit cold, so put these things back. And right, let's have a look at these bells. I guess I'll sort this one out first. Right then, what I'm going to do. You know, I sent a bell a while back, and when it arrived, so this is the incense you'll find at Shinto shrines and Buddhist temples, and this is the really good stuff. And I'm making them smaller and smaller portions, but I guess customs must have opened it and figured this was something, what's this? And then they just like threw it in willy-nilly, and they got all broken and stuff, all like in pieces. Well, not anything I can do about that, but yeah, someone must have figured these are something else. Oh, that's good stuff. That's expensive stuff. And as I'm running out of it, I making smaller and smaller portions. I went to the hardware store and got a whole bunch of elastic bands, and that'll be, well, this is included in this particular bell. And what I did was, I went and I'll show you what I slip these things on. Had some of this really good stuff here. This is Ryodyu Kashino Ki hardwood. That's the hardest wood you'll find in Japan. And I had a few pieces over there in my sort of a section here. I keep little bits and pieces of woods and dowels and woods and dowels and things like that. So what I did was I went to this resource over here. What I'm going to do with all this stuff, this is all going to be just material for kimono. Some of them are actually kimonos, kimonos, and haoris. Like this is a haori jacket right here. This is old school. I'm just going to include this stuff for people to make, I don't know, cushions or whatever. Look at this, the inside of it. That's old school. That's an antique right there. And so that, but there's some really good stuff in here. And I'm just gonna, that's another haori. Include this stuff for, look at that, Fujisan. And some boats and thingies. What's going on there? Wow, it's actually too good to just make cushions out of it. That's the way it is. So I'm going to sell this stuff really cheap, sea freight it, and just as material, so people can cut them all up and make stuff. So that's just a heads up for that. But anyways, what I did was I got this is from an old Obi sash, Ryodyu antique stuff. The Obi sash, and this is crazy old. Yes, and I managed to lop a bit off, had a piece of that wood stuff, and just elastic band a bit on and cut that, and there you go. So, I figured, it actually works beautifully, so I figured you can have that, and as you can hear, just wow. That's just wow. This is a really nice bell. Where's the diameter again? Diameter of, I do have some notes around here, don't I? Yes, I do. I haven't even checked the diameter. Well, that's good. It's like, really organised. Yep, just really, really organised. What's that? 265. 265 mil in diameter. Yeah. Right, and what's that in that thingy height there? Like that level on there. It's at 200. Right. 265 mil by 200 tall. Okay, now, write that down on here. 265 divided by 200. Right. Okay, I've got the weights and measures. I'm thinking I might sell economy air this. But anyways, yeah, so I made up this dealie here. Wow. Have to keep the camera away when I strike stuff because it goes all wonky. That's good. Oh, yes. So I'll put this up for a 7-day listing. Fight for it. This is good. Few nicks here and there, not nicks, but just a few little scratches. You can see the bronzing there. Just a few little scratches, but it's just a delight. Wow, that's good. I don't want to get rid of it now. You have served me well. This is awesome. Basically, that's all they do anyway, a stick and some cushioning. Right, and I'm going to include... I went into my Buddhist resource over here. You get this thing too. This here. They would generally place this on. Clean that. They would place that at a Butsudan, an altar, and this sort of thing would be there. And these things here are worth about, what does it work out to be, about $12 or something, just for one of those. You get this, which was on the top of the, on the top of this pile here. In fact, someone the other day said to me, "Couldn't you give me a different one? Because I'm a Buddhist and all, and I want a particular one." And I was like, alright, generally the plan is just to grab whichever is on top, and this is the one you will receive. The National Treasures series. From the National Treasures series. Okay, I've got all kinds of treasures and bits and pieces and things that I'm sort of including along the way, depending upon the product. Depending upon what it is. Am I getting tired? I might need some more coffee. Right. Coffee time. You guys can wait. Sorry, I'm just tired, that's all. We'll get to you guys. Right then. What a pity I can't send Urushi. Urushi lacquer. That's such a pity. Craftsman coffee. This is good. Right, that's that. Now, ready to go. Yeah, it's flammable, that stuff, so you're allowed to send it. Check this out. Who gets this? Just who gets these? I've got 3 of them. The highway people. You know the dudes that the toll booth dudes, you know, that's them. I've got 3 of them. Alright, I'm having a good day, in a good mood, until the next disaster of life. Okay, so you receive real deal incense, this thingy that they utilise at on the so much for having a short vid. They take so long sometimes to upload. And there would be at the, this is actually a kamidana, which is a Shinto thing. But for the Butsudan, it'd be sort of like at the forefront of that. I'm going to show you guys some of my artworks at some stage. Yeah. Right. Now, without any further ado, right, I'm going to, I think I'll sell economy air this. If I send it via, I think I'll sell economy, right? You could save $30 if I send it via sea, but that'd be 6 weeks or 3 months or whatever, so not really worth doing. Okay, you can go over there. You can go there. You go in there. You go there. And you go there. Now, onto this. Now, I went down to the shrine, as I mentioned earlier, and popped these down, and it's had this Golden all tall. 5-tiered pagoda, which is really cool, and I took some pictures of. Right, now, the particulars. Let's go with this one first. Now, this kanji here. Okay, I've got the got some notes here. Here, oh, wrong button. That one. Now, the okay. Right. This says tokusei-hin, and that means product that is made for special reason. That's basically what that is. It's made for a particular reason. And this one here, obviously separate listings. And this thing here says Hongo Tokusen, and that means chosen specially by Hongo. So that's specially chosen this piece. Alright, so that's right, so Tokusei-hin and Hongo Tokusen. Right, now let us have a look at this. Now, it has the, let's see, the downsides has some some cracking in here. Alright, hairline cracking and hairline cracking here. And on this particular side, it's made its way to the other side. Made its way to the inside, but it will still last another 1,000 years. So it won't last 1,000 years. It has, but beautiful. It's got some age in it, that's for certain, and it's in likelihood probably 1880s, something like that. But I'll say, let's just go with 1920s to be safe. But the thing is, it's probably a lot earlier than that. It's gone through the change of the bell ceremony, as you can see with the paint flecks and all that stuff. That's what it's done, and it's a lovely piece. I mean, it's definitely a lot of aging. Someone scratched it up to have a look at the bronzing on it for whatever reasons. Clearly someone didn't know much about them. You'll find that the cracking itself doesn't bother it too much, surprisingly, because I will include this, and just remind me, I'll have to get another one for this one here. I'll just have to, I bought this just the other day. Now, here we go. You'll find the, just strike them with the chamfer right there. So as you can hear, the reverberation is really nice. So as far as cracking is concerned, it hasn't bothered it too much at all, which is good. Oh, you're not raining again, are you? It's raining again. It's raining again. Yeah, clouds. Right, okay, so that's that striking point there, and we've got this striking point here. I can just hold that momentarily. Generally I have to hold this camera back quite a bit, or else it'll just won't pick it up at all. Give it a, I don't know, who knows how it's going to be when I figure it out. But really eerie reverberation. This one's got a gorgeous twill to it. an unscrupulous person with these could, easily, like, this is a $2,000 bell. This thing here, $900,000 easy. I'm going to put it up real cheap because of the cracking. What I'm going to do is sell it via, don't know how long this camera goes. I'll go via sea freight to try to make it as cheap as possible. But as you can hear, not so bad at all. I mean, it's as far as with cracking, it's still alright, which is I'm very pleased about. But I'll sell it cheap, and that's the way it has to be. But still, beautiful piece, lots of aging, real nice. Okay, I don't know how long this video will go for. Sometimes it just cuts out. I might have to make another vid. But alright, now we'll go with this one, separate listings. This one here is in likelihood, early 1800s or something like that. I'll say 1880s, just to sort of be safer with it. But we do feel that this one has a lot of age in it. It might even be earlier than 1800s. It's just gorgeous. Got a tiny little hole. This is with the casting, when they break that off with the casting, and there's a tiny little hole that formed. It's around here somewhere, and there we go, a tiny little hole there. And what's happened there is it's got sort of, over the years, it's sort of made a bit of a rusting line sort of mark, and you can see just a little pierce hole up there. But aside from that, the largest downside to this is this side hasn't even been hardly touched, and that would have been the side opposite when they walk out of the temple. These are secondary temple bells, obviously Buddhist stuff, and this would be the surface, because that's worn there. That's the surface, so it would have been closer to the sliding door, being the secondary bell, not the main bell. Now, this one here is there's a tiny hairline crack just here. And as I say, an unscrupulous person would just not even mention that and sell this for a couple of grand, because this thing's gorgeous. This also has gone through the change of the bell ceremony. It's got its paint flecks and everything all over it, and you can see how aged that stuff is. This is a remarkable piece, and if it wasn't for that little cracking there, it's see, this sort of stuff here, that's casting lines. That's not cracking, that's casting lines. And yeah, just a little bit of cracking in there. This thing has got a gorgeous, I call it a trill. It's and beautiful reverberation also. The chamfer. Beautiful. It's gorgeous. I might have to be away from it. I don't know how this is going to come out. That trill is gorgeous. And I'm also going to sell this one crazy cheap. But as you can hear, it's not so affected by this cracking. What I would do is put some cushioning on here, and I think you get an even better strike, even more beautiful. Gorgeous eerie sound to it. So I'll start it off cheap on a 7-day listing. Hopefully that trill came out there. Hopefully so, because it really is a remarkable piece. It might even be 1700s. It's just beautiful. And then someone's emailing me. Sometimes this camera cuts out at 15 minutes. It's been like 20 minutes. Right, who's emailing me? Okay, I'll get on to that. I'm just a busy guy. I'm just too popular, that's what it is. Right then. Okay, so that's that. I really like it anyway, so if it doesn't sell, good. Oh, it's beautiful. And look at the craftsmanship in here. The workmanship that's gone involved in it. It's just beautiful aging. Look at this. Look at just the age. I don't even know what you call these nodes or something. That's what I call them, just nodes. Look at that. That's all casting lines. Beautiful. That's a beautiful piece. So this would have been replaced, gone through the change of the bell ceremony, and I'd say it would have been replaced because of that marking, right? Just because of that slight cracking in it, just ever so slightly, and they would have changed it because of that. If it wasn't for that, they definitely would have held on to this thing. Certain. I do so hope that that these don't end up in the hands of someone that'll just go, right, yeah, don't tell anyone, and make a grand out of it in a heartbeat sort of thing, and hopefully they'll end up in someone's Japanese style garden, you know. I think that'll be truly that's what they deserve. Yes, right. Okay, that's that for now. I'm going to move on to something else.